Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big one. It's a little bigger than normal with kind of the season on the line there. You just go back to your basics, try to hit a good ball. We had a great operation, great snap, great hold, and put the kick through.
Did anyone say anything to you before you went out there?
No, I don't talk to anyone.
Now that end, both teams missed extra points to that end. Was there something funky about that end today? Look, there was much wind or anything.
Yeah, no, it wasn't necessarily that end. It was just the whole stadium in general. It was kind of a weird wind today because like you said, it wasn't extremely windy, but for some reason it was gusting weird in there.
Jake, describe the feeling when the ball went through the uprights.
I don't even know if I watched the ball go through the uprights, to be honest with you. Usually I know after I hit a good ball, so right after I hit it, I pretty much know.
So they lose Nick, and then Nate comes in, and then Nick. I mean, how do you keep calm with all the chaos and everything going on?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm just kind of focused on me in those situations. Not really paying attention to what else is going on. I mean, obviously you got to know where the ball's at on the field and be ready for that situation. But I'm just kind of zoned in and hoping for a chance.
Jake, every situation is different for a kicker. But take me through your mental preparation and what are you constantly telling yourself with the game on the line like that?
Yeah, situations like those, it's more, for me, it's visualization. When there's some dead time, I'll run out on the field and kind of just look through the uprights and kind of get a feel what the wind's doing and just watch that ball go through.
What does the pressure feel like for a kicker in that situation? Because, I mean, the fans and people watching it are sick.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely pressure packed, but those are the moments that we live for as kickers, and you gotta enjoy those moments, knowing that the game's gonna come down to you in this league a lot.
Jake, you've had these moments multiple times where it comes down to you. What's going through your mind when this happens?
Yeah, I'm just zoned in over in the net, just kind of having me time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead. Finish your thought.
Yeah, I'm just kind of zoned in, like I said earlier, just kind of visualizing the kick, where it's going to be, if I can get a feel if it's a left hash kick or right hash kick. Just kind of watching that ball go through in my head.
It was 30-29. Obviously, they took the lead, and you had missed an extra point. Were you? Are you over there thinking about that, or trying not to think about that?
No. Like I said, I think I went to this last season as well. But I kind of have a little 1 minute rule in my head that I make a kick, I got 1 minute to enjoy it. I miss a kick, I got 1 minute to think about it, correct it, and it's a next kick mentality all the time.
But making that one at the end, you got more than a minute. I was noticing you were out on the field. Everybody was around you. It was.
Yeah, when it ends a game, you get to enjoy it a little bit longer. But back to work when we get back to the
Do you have a
Texans
one-day rule?
kicker.
Can you enjoy this for 1 day?
Yeah, we'll go one day.
Ski mask.
I mean, it means it's a turnover, man. That's kind of the trend. I think it's the DBs came up with it. They're the cool kids, so whatever they say, I'm a 33-year-old dad. If they say it's cool, I'm gonna put the ski mask on, and it feels good to put it on because we just forced a turnover.
But it worked. I mean,
yeah.
Needless to say, since it's shown up, you guys are taking the ball away.
I think maybe ski mask might be a thing. So
What did the shrine?
the shrine worked. The shrine was why we won.
Did you go light an extra candle when he was down on the ground there?
I didn't have time. I should have lit like a whole bunch of candles. So he was hurting there.
I know.
He got hit hard. We'll take the 15 yards though.
You're an emotional guy, but after the forced fumble and you went on the sidelines and put the mask on, that's as emotional as
Felt good.
What was going
Felt
through
good. Well, a lot was going through my mind is my son hadn't been to a game, and my son Waylon, he got to go to the game. He got to be down in the field, so it just felt good, like to know he doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's 2.5 years old, but to have my family here, and it just meant a lot because I've wanted to make a play for this team. I love these guys, and we all pick each other up, and that's what this day was about.
He hasn't been to a game all year, or
he hadn't been to a game this year. He went when he was a baby. He's been to the Super Bowl and whatnot, but he kind of knew what was going on, and I saw him on the field for the game. So it means a lot to just do a little something when your son's there, and you don't know how many times he's going to see you play football.
Chris, how tough is it to determine what's roughing the passer?
It's very difficult, and it makes you second guess a little. Sometimes when you get in there in the pocket and you're trying to take somebody down like Deshaun. But guys are adapting. We'll see.
That new rule, the weight.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's tough. It's a crapshoot.
Really?
I don't know. So
Makes it tough on a guy trying to come in there. Right?
Yeah, you got to kind of roll off.
Hey, Chris,
So last week you had your dad on the sideline, and tonight you had your son on the sideline.
Yeah, it's cool. Family is a huge part of this thing, and it just means a lot because, having a young kid, for most of my career when I was in St. Louis or 10 plus years of my career, he didn't watch me play. So it's cool to have your family at the game. And I know Doug allows people to be real family oriented around here, and I know guys are psyched when their kids can be around. So it was cool my son was there today.
Just making a play. I mean, Nick just throwing up, giving me an opportunity to make plays. Was kind of like playing the first half. I think I dropped the touchdown. I should have went up and got that one as well.
That was a big play. I mean, were you the first read on that play, or was that a one based on coverage?
I mean, Coach Gross said, we're going to lose. We're going to throw it up and give me a chance. So that's what Nick did.
What can you say about Nick and just the way he's playing? He set a record for yards in the game today.
I don't really think that he paid attention to the yards and breaking records. We just try to play football and just play within the system and just make plays.
Well, how about Nick as just the way he's been playing? Is it something pretty special, you guys?
Like I said, we just playing football.
What about that shot he took on the pass to you? I mean, he was down for a little bit. I mean, I know you didn't see it, but just does that speak to his toughness and everything?
Most definitely, for sure. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see the hit, but he was down there for a while. So, I mean, Nick is a tough guy. I mean, got up and he took a play off and came right back in there and just let us down there.
What was your reaction when you turn around and he's on the ground?
I had some mixed emotions like that. He got to get up. But at the same time, I mean, you never know what someone's going through when they're on the ground. So it is what it is.
How big of a boost was it that he only missed the play? He comes back on the field.
I mean, he's the quarterback right now. He's doing a great job. He's handling it well. I mean, like I said, I know his adrenaline rushing, so I mean, it probably knocked the wind out of him. Something. I don't know the significance of the injury, but he got back in there, so that's all that matters.
What does this win say about the character of this team?
I mean, it's probably one of the craziest games I've ever been a part of. I mean, we all know we should have handled them well. We had a lead, I mean, but it's football. Things like that happen in this game of interest. I'm happy with the win.
Nick is such a calm guy. I'm curious, what kind of presence does he have? A calming presence in the huddle for you guys? How does he calm down this offense?
Nick always chill. He always just say, be where your feet are. So that's what we always tell us. So that's how we try to play the game, play one play at a time.
How big of a boost has it been to have Darren back and as productive as he's been?
Been great. I mean, that's what we expect him to do. Making some hell of a plays out there in the pass game and run play.
What are your thoughts as Jake's out there for that field goal at the end?
Man, I got faith and confidence in Jake. That's what Kel said during the drive. He said he got faith and confidence, so we all felt like that.
What did Nick say in the huddle to you when he came back in, after he went out for the one play? You guys are in midfield, like there's a minute left and everything.
I don't think no one said nothing. We were just like, just whatever Doug dialed up, we were just trying to go out there and execute the play.
What do you think about Nick and the way he's played in the offense?
Playing well, and just, as he would say, be where your feet are, just play one play at a time and don't overthink things.
How much does Darren open up the offense for you guys?
It's about creating matchups. I think he do a hell of a job of creating matchups like you see on the first touchdown.
Alshon, do you enjoy being on the field? End of the game, time winding down, you need to score to win the game. Do you enjoy that feeling?
Most definitely. I'd rather the game be tied, but not the other team win. But it is what it is.
Stripped it when he went out and came back in. That's another example of it. So he got 2 sacks after going through concussion protocol. Mike's come back and played with an injured foot. On the defensive line, do you guys realize that it starts and ends with you guys?
We know it does start and ends with us because the D-line, I think, is the engine that drives this team. Guys know that, you have to come back to finish the game. If it's something that you can, kind of suck up a little bit and, fight to the end of the game, and that's what guys do. We always talk about, be tough, play physical, and just play for 60 minutes.
And you last week, too, I guess, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just rally behind your teammates. When a guy go down, you rally behind him. You know that we need him. You look at him and I let him know that we need you. And, that's a sign of, like you said, resiliency.
Fletcher, I know you guys already have a lot of respect for him, but when you see him take a hit like that in the end zone, late in the game, and come back in, what does that mean for you as a teammate, seeing him come back in?
It just means a lot, man, for a guy, especially for a quarterback. When they take a hit like that to the chest, a guy like Nick, I just said, people don't realize how big he is until you actually, you're standing beside him, especially to be a quarterback. He take those hits all the time. Obviously, that right there, he got up, as y'all can see, he shook it off, came back, and made a play.
Fletcher, the way you guys battle back from this, the pendulum swing, I guess, of what you go through as a team to see them score the way they did that quick, and then you guys answer back. What does it mean for you guys to do this?
Just keep fighting, man. That's the thing about it. You never give up. They scored with 2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes is a lot of time, especially in an NFL football game. So you just keep fighting, keep scratching, and our offense went down the field. made the play, Jake made the field goal, and we won the game, which is most important.
And now you live for one more day. Now you know what's ahead of you next week. Just talk about that opportunity that's in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, first off, we got a couple of days off, and we get to enjoy Christmas. We get to enjoy our families, which, this win obviously makes it so much better. But at the same time, we got business to take care of next week. We come back in next week, man, and just, take it day by day and just keep chipping away.
What's the size of the window for you guys on a sack these days? Is it getting smaller?
No, I mean, it's football, man. They're not going to, they're going to call some stuff, and, some stuff they might miss, some stuff they're going to call. But when we get a chance to get to the quarterback, we just got to get them down and get them down the right way.
And you can't let whatever they're calling to get in the way.
No, absolutely, man. You just got to keep playing. They're going to throw a flag. They got a job to do. We got a job to do. Our job is to make sure that we're doing it the proper way.
Fletch, you had this game, then you didn't have this game. What does this win say about the character of this team?
I think the most important thing for us is we won a game. But, I mean, the guys just kept fighting. In no time that we checked out of that game because we knew it was going to be a dogfight. We knew that was a really good football team. We knew that, we had to play all 4 quarters to win the game. And, we needed every guy in this locker room, including Nate Sudfeld for one play. So when you look at it, you need every guy in the locker room, every week.
I know you guys had confidence in the offense to go ahead, but you all must have been frustrated that they were in that position. At the end of the game, you all had confidence the offense could go down and get some points.
Oh, yeah.
But you all must have been frustrated that they were in that position.
I know. I hate, when we put ourselves, when we was up 2 scores, I mean, we didn't get lax at all, but, mistakes happen. And, like I say, a couple penalties, and then they get in the zone. And then we go back down. It's like, man, all right. And that's when they get tight, and then it's like, oh, you're just trying to get off the field. But, they're a heck of a team. I see why their record is what it is because, they fight and they got a good defense and, they got a good quarterback that can extend plays.
Nicky Foles pretty tough.
Oh, yeah. You see him?
Yeah.
He went out one play and came back in and won the game for us, so I was excited to see him back. I know he got the air knocked out of him, and, sometimes that happened, but he got back up.
Last year you were the 1 seed really almost the whole way through. What's it been like this year to kind of rise from the dead a little more throughout the year and get to where you got?
I think it's cool because we hitting the stride at the right time, and all we got to do is get in there, and then sky's the limit on what we can do. It's just focusing in for 1 week and beating that team, and then we'll figure it out next week.
What was going through your head when Jake went out there for the field goal season? Pretty much season on the line.
Make it, baby.
Yeah.
That's automatic. I was honestly, I didn't even know he missed the extra point until I was like, what? I thought we was up 14. And then I was confident that we was gonna go down. It was just all about him making it at the end. I mean, I trust him because he do it in practice. Sometimes it don't show out there sometimes, but majority of the time he automatic.
So how'd you react when it went through? Did you go crazy?
I went crazy. It wasn't a 60-yard crazy, but that was crazy. It still was cool to get a W.
Well, at this point in the year, you don't as a defensive guy, you don't want the scout team quarterback running all around as you try to get your legs ready for the game. But we knew scrambling was going to be a big part of the game. Some of those things you try to handle with a disciplined rush. Sometimes you send pressure. I thought we mixed up that plan. Sometimes it's okay for them to scramble for a first down as long as they don't get the big play, which we did pretty much up until the latter part of that game. So, like I said, you just got to pick your spots.
I know you guys already have a lot of respect for Foles, but when he takes that hit in the end zone, leaves for a play and comes back in, what's that mean for you guys as teammates to see him do that?
I mean, it wasn't really surprising. We know if he can go, he's going to go. So, I mean, a hit that's not an injury, I don't think anybody flinched or thought he wouldn't come back in the game.
It seemed like there were maybe more outward shows of emotion from a bunch of guys today than has been typical this season. Did you notice that?
No. I mean, if you look at the last 3 weeks, I think you've seen that growing more and more. We ask the guys that, are kind of high-energy guys on the team to always bring it, and then I think that just becomes contagious. I think you see it more through, offense, special teams, defense, and then if you look at how many guys made plays too, we're getting contributions from literally everybody who's stepping on the field. So it's fun.
Malcolm, from the Texans, on the Texans two drives where they came back and then eventually took the lead.
Yep.
What was happening on the defense and where were the breakdowns?
No, I mean, we were playing it well. They were kind of dinking and dunking on the way down there, scrambling a little bit, and then on one touchdown they threw to the running back. he just scrambled, extended the play. Somebody worked open late in it down, scored. And then obviously the last one, just a big play over the top. And I gave him a quick strike. But other than that, I mean, the quarterback scramble kind of extended the drives a little bit. But other than that, we felt like we competed well, stopped them, stopped the run, did a good job hitting the quarterback, kept Hopkins in check, under control. So we did what we were supposed to do. It's just sometimes you're gonna make some plays.
At some points, did you pick the scoreboard? Look at some of the other games up there.
A little bit, but not. At the end of the day, we got to win ours, and we're in a dogfight at ours. So, but we understand that we're gonna control what we can control, and that's winning our games. We got one more. And we'll see what happens with everybody else.
It wasn't easy, but I got a funny feeling you guys enjoy it that way.
No, I don't personally. I wish we could have just blew them out. But teams aren't going to roll over, especially in December. Everybody's fighting for something. Everybody's got their season on the line, so you can expect all of these games to go down to the wire. But we're comfortable with that. We're fine with it. We know how to execute. We know what to do. We have trust in each other. The defense wins it one week. The offense will come out and win it the next. At this point, we're just scratching for wins.
You know what's ahead of you next week now. You know what you have to do. How not satisfying, but have that kind of clear focus on what you have to do next week. That makes it make it easier. Or?
I mean, it's no different than what we had to do this week or the week before. We always felt like you got to go win. So, no different for us. We'll rest up, enjoy the holiday, and Wednesday we'll show back up, ready to evaluate this tape, prepare, and go play Sunday.
The single emotion you must have gone through as a team when they come up on you guys late and you guys battle back. What's it like for you guys to kind of fight through that and accomplish what you guys did in the final minute of the game?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think anybody really had a lot of doubt. You look at the score, they scored late, but you got 2 minutes left. Our offense have been scoring points all day, so, what will make this drive any different, so we believed in that. I think, if anything, defensively, we're just more frustrated that we even allowed it to be that close. But, I think guys still believe. We know we got a lot of fight in this locker room and too much on the line, quite frankly, to just fold it up. So as long as there's a chance, there's time on the clock and a ball out there, we'll play.